G'day, I'm Trent Maxwell,
And I'm Lee
and we
Mason.
want to welcome you to our Live, Learn, Survive podcast. Since 2018, Lee and I travelled the globe, met face-to-face with over 35,000 children in 6 countries across 3 continents. We created a series of award-winning children's books, a global online education program, and are founders of the Live, Learn, Survive charity, all focused on teaching children and young adults life skills that not only help themselves but help others too. We're on a mission to spread awareness about fire, water, and first aid education to inspire the next generation of first responders. So join us for the next half an hour with some fun, inspiration, and kindness, and we'll try and learn something too. First podcast back for 2025. How are you this week, Lee? Welcome aboard.
I am fabulous. Happy New Year. Are we still saying that on the 22nd of January?
I think so.
Maybe.
Happy New Year.
Just on the, we're just on the cusp. Happy New Year, people. Welcome back.
This is number 1 of 2025, and it's
number 1.
It's what a 6-7 weeks it's been. I hope everyone's enjoyed the guests. It's been some amazing special guests over the Christmas break.
Some great guests. Mm-hmm.
And this is an action-packed podcast. We're going to be talking all the stuff that happened while we're off and the current stuff, which is very exciting.
Well, it's always nice to have a bit of a slowdown and a shutdown over Christmas, Maxie, and
It is. But we haven't really stopped considering.
But that doesn't happen in Live, Learn, Survive land. So as people may know or are starting to find out. So as ever, hanging on by the fingertips, let's go. So start the year. What is the first quote? And I think, when I picked this quote out, Maxie, I kind of knew I had someone in mind that I was dedicating it to, but we couldn't share it. But now we can. So there you go. Off goes the quote.
Okay, the quote this week, Lee, is only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. Amazing.
So, only those that ever... here we go. Dare to fail greatly will ever achieve greatly. And we're kind of dedicating that to our man, Harrison. Who we're going to be talking about soon, but Harrison. So good they named him 3 times in our world at the moment. So
it's great.
What
stuff.
A legend.
And we'll talk about it very, very shortly. But what a great start to the year. Everything's going good on my end. Sunny's growing, which is amazing.
She is.
Yeah, Live, Learn, Survive is thriving. Been still managing to go exercise most days, which is good for the body and good for the mind, as we always talk about.
Yeah.
And a couple of lifeguard shifts in between, a busy period on the beaches. So we're going to be talking a lot about that as well.
Well, you're smashing it, Dad. I mean, you don't look like, dishevelled and all the rest of it. Sunny is just thriving. And, hats off to you and Mum. And, here we go. So, so let's start then, Maxie. Good news.
Good news.
What have we got?
Yeah, plenty of good news this week, Lee. But first and foremost, our charity is gone up in the world. It's top tier these days, very top tier, and we have got DGR status. Can you explain to everyone at home what that means?
I absolutely can. So not every charity has DGR status. So you can, to the Australian Charities and Not-for-Profit Commission assess charities. And the first step is you become a registered charity, which is what we have been for the last couple of years or so. To be a DGR charity, basically you have to be classed what is called a PBI. Lots of acronyms today. A PBI is a public benevolent institution, which means the predominantly the majority of our work is basically focused on the children that need it most, so that no child gets left behind. And we've always had this in our vision and our mission, and it's always how we've targeted any funds that we've had. And by assessing all of that work, we have now been able to be declared a PBI, Public Benevolent Institution. The kids most in need are the ones that we're going to be focusing on with educating and helping. So they basically get a better chance at life, which is what we're all about. So when you are a PBI, you can have a status called DGR, which is which is given to you by the Australian Tax Office, which means any donations are classed as a deductible gift recipient. So any people that donate us money can actually offset that against their tax, which is a massive incentive for a company that may want to make us a donation, because technically they're getting, 30-40% more back. So huge step forward for us, for the people that we might be a more attractive proposition to work with, and really focusing on those kids that need it most. So
100%.
Unbelievable. I was dancing around the garden when we got the news. It was just like a massive day, and to have that come at the beginning of a new year, it's just almost like, oh, here we go. So that is what it all means if people have been seeing us with those DGR things. So yes,
it's very exciting, and it's a big achievement. And again, not every charity gets this opportunity. And a big shout out to our lawyers for helping us out over the last 100%, years.
Because it is incredibly, it's not an easy thing to do as well. You have to, the level of compliance with this is very detailed. So McCulloch Robertson, the lawyers in Sydney and other great cities, are just our kind of people, and we love them and are very grateful.
Sorting us out.
Good stuff. So, and as if that wasn't enough.
Yes, we've got a special guest in the jungle for I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And
does this sound like drums?
Yeah, we've known for a little while because we were under NDA and we couldn't talk about it, but through the charity. Mm-hmm. But Harrison Reed, one of the lifeguards, you might know him from Bondi Rescue, is in the jungle currently. Today is day 3 for him. Mm-hmm. And he's chosen Live Learn Survive as his charity of choice. And what that means is if he wins the crown of the jungle, the king of the jungle, then $100,000 gets donated to our charity. Yes. And let me tell you, everyone at home, that $100,000, we'll turn that into millions of dollars, because how we've worked over the last 5-10 years, we've by
selling books.
If there's an orange and a lemon, we've squeezed every bit of juice out of it. We will be able to get 100,000 lemons and really make a lot of lemonade and orange juice. There's a really good analogy there. But it's going to help us a lot if we get him over the line. So because this is on YouTube and Spotify, YouTube, if you just go here, Lee, if you point over your shoulder.
Do we do this?
Yeah. Make sure if you are listening to this and you are in Australia, 10play.com.au, vote for Harrison. You're allowed to vote for him up to 10 times a day or per trial, or to keep him in the jungle. Tell your friends, pass it on. The more votes he gets, keeps him in the jungle, and it gives him a chance to win the $100,000 for our charity, Live Learn Survive.
Yes, and while we're on the YouTube, what's the cool thing? What do the cool people say? So, like something, subscribe. What's the thing?
Like, subscribe, and tell your friends.
That's it. We made our own up. That's it. Yeah. Just do it. Just subscribe. Where's the subscribe button? Do we do that as well?
Yeah, somewhere. Anyway.
Brilliant.
We're super stoked, and Harrison's doing so well. And when he mentioned to me and you, Lee, that he was going to choose our charity, I'm not going to lie, I got a little bit of a tear, because a lot of people don't realise that I've worked with Harrison for the last 10 plus years, and we also lived together for about 3 years back in the day. And I'm very close with Harrison, and I train with him most days down at the gym, so I spend a lot of time with him.
Yes.
And the fact that he pulled me aside, he goes, why wouldn't I support Live Learn Survive? I see what you guys do behind the scenes and in the public eye. So he's honoured to do it for us, and we're stoked that he's in there representing us.
And we didn't take it one bit like, we were almost like that. Well, we're not big enough. We might not be eligible or whatever, but we have been. So, I don't think we, till we literally had to hand over our logos and things, we kind of were thinking, this is not going to happen, but it did. So and it has. So
it's been great to watch. Like over the years, I've watched it a little bit, and I'm sure people that listen to this podcast from over in the UK and stuff, it's a pretty big show over in the UK. But
huge.
it's just good seeing a familiar face on your telly, even though I see him on Bono Rescue here and there. But he's doing really well. He did his first challenge was pretty crazy. He actually got bitten by a snake 5 times.
5 times.
And I anticipate maybe tonight or over the next few days he's going to be doing a trial and be up against it. So
we are doing our best to get him in those trials. So, but you know what? The loveliest thing for me was like seeing him. I actually think I shared it on my story. Just seeing him walk through the tunnel into the jungle was like, it was just so exciting really to see him. And last night, talking about his teddy bears on his surfboard.
Teddy bears on surfboard. Like, that sort of stuff melts the heart. And it reminds me a lot of my people that know my background with wanting to become a firefighter. I used to sleep with a gun hose and my uncle's fire gear under the bed. So I know exactly where he's coming from, where he used to sit and watch the toys in the pool float around the pool for hours.
Before he gets home, I'm getting him a teddy bear with a little Live Learn Survive t-shirt.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, perfect. So, Harrison, and the other good news, this is literally, this is going to go out on Friday. We're recording it Wednesday morning. So really, the story has only been out 36 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Our phones have been blowing up. Thank you to everybody who is messaging us saying, how can I help? What can I do? What can I share? What can I help? Blah, 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 blah. And realise the importance of what we're doing. So it really humbles me how many people that we forget we've got in our corner, and that 100%. Just like warms your heart. So
it's gold.
It's gold. So and then like we just said here, Maxie, first podcast back, we get to share this news.
I know, and it's what a way to start the year. So moving right along. From good news to bad news, what do we got, Lee?
Oh, Maxie, obviously it's all about social media. This, and I did actually tag you. I was laughing. Lady Julia Morris has put a couple of stories off that made me really laugh because she was telling Robert Irwin how she was going to try and be cool this year. And with that, I tried to get back on TikTok this morning. All I've done is a talk to TikTok. But oh man, it's a young person's game, Maxie.
There's all sorts of people on there.
I'm trying. I'm like, just another thing. So that was my kind of unfortunate event. It was almost like welcome back. Who are you? And where have you been? Yeah. We've moved on a bit since you were last here. So Lee on the Tickety Talk. So excellent. So
happy days.
Now what have you got?
It's a little bit more of a natural event. So I'm not sure if people are aware, but last week or Friday, this goes out Friday, but last Friday I worked at Bondi and we had a windstorm come through, and it was it's a massive call, but it's the windiest Bondi has ever been for me witnessing in 18 years as a lifeguard. I've never seen so much sand get moved in 6 hours ever. The wind gusts are up to 90 to 100 kilometers an hour. We couldn't close the lifeguard door. We had to use 2 or 3 lifeguards to push the door closed. We had sand literally get blown up the beach, up the promenade, into the park, up into the pavilion. My bike got absolutely decimated. I got sand in all through it, all through the gears, all through the.
Oh no!
Everything.
Oh no! So not more scooter issues.
The scooter is still alive, but this could be the end. But it's still going. It's still going strong. But yeah, it was just a crazy event. And the unfortunate part is when I parked my scooter that morning for that shift, I parked it pretty much exposed, and at that time there was no sand. So when I walked up to the bike at 7:05, the bike was surrounded by like a sand dune, and it wasn't ideal.
Do you know what? Doesn't this show you that nature knows best? We're all just players in whatever's going on because
it used to be a sand. Before roads and parks and buildings and houses was there, it was naturally a sand dune for hundreds or thousands of years.
And it's
So
just
that,
reminding you of
yeah,
that every now and again.
reminding, exactly
So,
right.
with that said, could you just get it sorted out? Because I'm on my way on Tuesday, and I
Yes.
would like. I've come to Bondi way too many times, and it's rained. So
I
I'm
think,
coming for a little. So I need to go and look at the weather before I start
yeah,
thinking about
I
what I'm
did
going to
check
pack.
yesterday. There's about 30 workers in each given section pushing the sand back. So it's literally, guys using shovels and brooms and pushing it all back onto the beach. So it's pretty
So
cool to see.
100 guys to get the sand back on the beach, and Mother Nature just goes,
Does it
"I'll
in
sort
6
that.
hours.
Give
6
me a
hours.
couple of hours. I can do it on my own." Exactly.
Pretty
So
much.
yes, and that's why she's a woman. Anyway, didn't say that. Anyway, moving on. Alrighty. So what do we
Job of the
got?
week.
Let's see. Job of the week.
Yeah, so I'm still on paternity leave with the Fireys. I go
Yes.
back in February, which I'm very excited for. I'm looking forward to getting back to the action station. It's been
Oh.
a whirlwind few weeks of not being on the truck, but
Mm-hmm.
the boys are ripping in. They're flying the flag high, and I look forward to getting back in a
I
couple
bet
of
you
weeks.
keep trying your uniform on, don't you?
Yes, I do. I keep putting it on, but
All right.
I have been doing a few lifeguard shifts
Mm-hmm.
in between this leave, and I've had a couple of little jobs over the summer that I could
Mm-hmm.
talk about. I had a really decent dislocated knee, and very painful. Guy was playing soccer on the beach, knocked dislocated his knee, and it was really cool to work with the paramedics to be able to help them put it back into place, and kind of showed me how to do it. So if I do come across someone with a dislocated knee, I'll have a crack at maybe trying to put it back into place. We're not really
Amazing.
trained to do that, but if someone, if it's a family member or myself, then yeah, I'll be able to pop it back in. We had
Amazing.
some big rescues, some big summer's days. We've had a few doozy storms come through as well, but it's been a lot of rescues. They're not filming the show this year,
Yep.
but in saying that, though, the crowds are big, the rescues are solid. We're doing a lot of first aids. We're getting amongst it. But yeah, there's talk that the show might be coming back again next year. So we will
Oh,
see. So over this year, when I say next year, sorry, this year,
this year.
January.
Whoa,
So
crazy.
in December this year, the show
Yep.
may be coming back. There's still talks about that, but I'll keep everyone posted over the next couple of months.
Cool.
But yeah, it's been an interesting summer.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lifeguard race last week, which was really
Yeah, how
good.
did that go?
Yeah,
Who won?
good.
Who took it out? Give us the deal.
Joel Beluski won it, and one of the
Mm.
young guys got second, and I can't remember who got third. But anyway, it was a really good race. There was
How
about
did you
20,
go? How did
yeah,
you go, Dad? Come on.
about 20 of us did it, and I come around eighth. So I was pretty
That's
happy
all
with
right.
that. So people at home is we at 7 o'clock at night, just after all the guys finished, we paddle from Bondi to Bronte, which is about 2 kilometre paddle,
Mm-hmm.
and then we swim from Bronte to Tamarama, and then we run from Tamarama back to Bondi.
Huge,
And the other day we did it just before that mega storm rolled
huge
through.
storm.
Big storm, probably one of the biggest storms that's hit Sydney this year or the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
But we're so glad that we finished the race before it kicked in, because the winds were wild, the lightning, thunder, all
Yeah,
the in between. And unfortunately, someone did pass away in that storm. So
yeah, they did. I saw that. Wasn't it a
yeah,
tree or something?
yeah. So it's Mother Nature again up to its tricks of making sure showing everyone who's boss. But yeah, we love the race. Considering I did the race 2 years ago, but when I did it 2 years ago, I come last because I went the wrong line with the swim at Tamarama there was a massive rip
Oh,
current. I went the wrong way and I got stuck, and so it was good to kind of get midfield again. I have been training a fair bit, so it was good to
yeah.
kind of test out and see. And Jungle Edge Adventure Racing, we're back in April this year, so I'm going to start doing a bit of the longer stuff, a lot of the more endurance stuff. So hopefully, I build a big base for the three-peat of Jungle Edge doing the Terra Nova down the south coast with Piers. I'm looking forward to it.
I had a thought about this, Maxie.
What have you had a thought?
Jungle is becoming a bit of a theme for the
It
year.
is Jungle
Jungle Edge.
Edge, Jungle Harrison.
Jungle Harrison. I was like, jungle, like, yeah. Anyway,
happened?
there we go. Anyway, so we've started really, really well, Maxie, because I just realised what we missed. Dad jokes.
Dad jokes, of course.
Look at
Yes.
us, as slick as ever.
As slick as ever. Here we go.
Yeah.
What have we got? All right.
Well, you go. You tell me what you've got.
Stand by. I'll. If you go first, Lee, I'm just getting mine up.
Okay, so I'm just going to share with all the people on YouTube. Look what Maxie got me for Christmas. So if my dad jokes are rubbish all year, it's
Blame
on
me.
you. Is this how you want to win the dad joke thing? Because you're just giving me like below par. So I've picked the first two off.
All right, here we go.
Here we go for the year. Courtesy of Maxie's Christmas present. Why did the ghost ride the elevator?
Why did the ghost ride the elevator?
Sorry, I'm going to cough. The ghost rode the elevator to lift his spirits. Womp, womp.
That's a good one.
Exactly.
What's a tiger's favourite holiday?
Oh, jungle orientated.
What's a tiger's favourite day, I should say?
What's a tiger's favourite day? I don't know, Maxie. What's a tiger's favourite day?
Friday. There's some bad ones here. Sorry.
Okay, all right. My second one, courtesy of the dad jokes. Did you hear the joke about peanut butter?
No, I didn't hear about the joke.
Not telling you, you might spread it.
Why did the snake?
Excellent.
Why did the snake go to school?
Oh, I don't know, Maxie. Why did the snake go to school?
To improve his history.
I am so impressed there. You got two jungle orientated. You brought the snake in.
I did. I had to.
We're looping people through this story. We started off with Harrison being bitten by the snake, and now you've got the snake dad joke. We're all over this. Who even are we? Anyone think we planned this? Anyway, so excellent.
Tip of the week.
So tip of the week. Give us what we got. Let's love this lesson.
Yeah, tip of the week this week, Lee, is floating. About a year ago, I did a video in the back of your pool about how to float and some of the tricks and tips, and to explain that everyone can float if they're taught how to, which is a very important skill to learn.
Absolutely.
And recently, when we were up in Newcastle, we filmed a little 10-second grab. So that goes live today. People are going to start seeing on our socials little grabs in our new polo and like a new kind of style of videos that we're recording. We're a little bit more sophisticated these days with a bit more planning, which is good. And we're getting the real hard key facts out there for people at home that like to kind of scroll through Insta or TikTok and that, or YouTube Shorts, and they only got 5 or 10 seconds to kind of get the message across. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
This week is floating.
Absolutely. And while we talk about that and the tip of the week, last check yesterday, 67 drownings since the beginning of summer, which is December the 1st. So considering
I think we're 7 or 8 in front this time last year. Yeah.
And we're up on the 10-year average. So what are we now? That was like literally 24 hours ago. So that's 31, 22, 33, 53 days, 67 drownings, more than one a day this summer. And Australia Day weekend coming up is always a key weekend. Please stay safe, people. It's going to be 37 degrees in Brisbane today. Just stay safe, people.
Stay safe.
So,
look after yourselves.
Look after yourself. So, there we go. So, excellent tip, Maxie. If you just do nothing else and you've got little kids, teach them how to swim. And
so
they'll
important.
teach them how to float. So, perfect. Alrighty. So, facts. What do we got, Maxie?
Yeah, again, I'm keeping to the jungle theme. I've got five
Hmm.
facts here. The Amazon produces 20% of Earth's oxygen. Known as the
Wow.
lungs of the planet, the Amazon rainforest generates a massive amount of the world's oxygen through its vast canopy of trees. There are more species in a jungle than anywhere else on Earth. Rainforests are home to over 50% of the world's plants and animals, even though they cover less than 7% of Earth's land surface. Wow.
Wow, that's impressive.
It
Hmm.
rains a lot, like a lot. Tropical rainforests can receive up to 400 inches of rain each year. That's more water than most cities get in a decade. Ooh, that's huge.
Ooh, massive.
Some jungle plants can eat insects. Carnivorous plants like the pitcher plant and the Venus flytrap thrive in the jungle, using clever traps to catch their meals.
Mm.
Jungles have rivers hidden in trees. In
What?
cloud In cloud forests, water vapor from the clouds condenses on leaves, forming a miniature stream that trickled down, creating unique ecosystems. Wow, that's pretty cool.
I tell you what, there's some incredible stats on trees, isn't there, and how trees talk to each other and the roots and things underground. Blows your mind, some of the stuff on that. So,
Oh,
um,
it's, yeah, amazing.
insane, insane. So I've got a few things on jungles, and I went to South Africa. So what we've got in South Africa, so Africa's largest national park is the Kruger National Park.
Hmm.
Covers 2 million hectares. So
Wow.
given what you were just saying about, only 7% of the planet covering the planet, but 50% of the species, that's insane. It's home to the big five: lions, leopards, elephants, rhinos, and Cape buffaloes.
Hmm.
Um, it's also home to the big six bird species, and they are lappet faced vultures, martial eagles, saddle billed storks, Corey bustards, and Pell's fishing owls, and grounded hornbills. I've
Wow.
never even
I
heard
haven't heard of some of
of
those
them.
those names.
It also serves as a sanctuary for endangered species,
Hmm.
so many of them on the planet, including the African wild dog. Again, never even heard of it. And also, the park protects about half of the world's black and white rhino
There
population.
you go. Yeah, here they
So
get company.
93% of the world's black and white rhino population, and half of them are in the park, and the park is home to about 12,000 rhinos. That's not a lot, is it, when you think of
No,
numbers?
considering.
Incredible, incredible wildlife. So yeah, there's just a little bit. Don't exactly know which bit of where in the jungle Harrison is, but
He's
the
doing
big
good.
five is now the big six. They got Harrison too.
Happy days.
I wonder if anyone's on a safari. There's a Harrison spotted. Tick it
Spotted.
off the list. Brilliant. Alrighty, so enough of
Reflection.
that rubbish reflection.
Yeah, reflection, you know, on the head, Lee, how crazy this journey is. The support that we've had the last couple of days,
Yeah,
getting the DGR status for the charity. There's some really good ideas for fundraising and ideas for this year. Basically, just going from strength to strength and just
yeah,
trying to, people that have been following the journey for a long time will see how far we've come. And it's a crazy ride, but we love it.
yeah. It never ever ceases to blow my mind, and with what I think still, like, people will not believe how still tiny we are, from a point of hands on doing the work, and it just goes to show what you can do if you just have got enough passion and drive,
Mm.
and don't ever think you can't. I could not believe that there's only 12 charities nominated for that TV show, which is on TV every night. I am so grateful that we are in that mix. There
Mm.
wouldn't be a charity in Australia would not want to swap position with us, and we are not going to waste it. We are going to do everything we can. So crazy. Hang on for the ride, and just whatever your crazy may be, just go for it.
Go for it.
You might surprise yourself.
100%.
Mm,
Yeah,
exactly.
And for the playlist, the Spotify playlist, people that listen to our Spotify playlist, Live, Learn, Survive, Lie and Sleep Tonight is the song that we're going to be adding to it. So it is very jungle themed this week, but
Yes.
it's a good song. It's a classic, and it's added to the playlist.
We're excited. It's like, so we hope our little lion out there is sleeping well on his camp bed. We can't wait to see him getting a trial. I actually want to see him doing one of the height things.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping. I want one of them. I'm actually, that's like, one of the things
It's
I
coming.
really love.
We've still got another 3.5 weeks to go, so we'll see.
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, great song for the playlist. And then you wrap us out, Maxie, with Rule for the Rule Book.
Yeah, rule for the rule book this week, Lee, is just go for it. What are you waiting for? Just have a crack. New year, new you. Just be positive, be kind, give back, and just go for it. Be the best version of yourself.
Yeah, if you had a thought that what you were going to do on January 1st, and now we're in the third week of January, you're starting to talk yourself out of it. Don't. I think my calendar today says don't hide the madness, and I said that when I did did a little story this morning. If you've got 3 weeks in and you're starting to doubt yourself, don't. Keep going.
Have a crack.
Back on track. This is your message and sign to get back on track and go for it. So that's what we're trying to do, and we don't know everything. Just work it out as you go along. Just have a go.
Just chipping away.
Exactly. So so next week I'm going to be with you, Bondi, baby.
We'll be down at Bondi, and we can hopefully find a good little spot to get it done. So it'll be good. We'll give you a Harrison update, and we'll give you an update of everything else in between of what Live, Learn, Survive's doing.
Yeah, and what we're trying to do is, I think we're going to go live on Instagram tonight, which is, hang on, that's irrelevant because this is Friday. People won't know that. But we will be going live again, and we're just trying to be out there a little bit more present. Not just while Harrison's in it. We're going to make a bit more of an effort through the year to just, give people a bit more regular updates. So thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. Have a great week, and we'll see you all soon.
Take care, guys. See ya.
Vote for Harrison.
Vote for Harrison.